What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Career Mode, and this one is absolutely huge. Today is the decision day. We are going to be choosing where we go next after Brighton. We got an offer from both Milan clubs, AC Milan and Inter Milan, and I pondered for some time, taking a look at everything I needed to know, including the Serie A table, and as you can see right here, Inter in 5th, Milan in 2nd. And I was sat there thinking to myself, it's a difficult decision. You know, we go into a 2nd place side or a 5th place side. One has Champions League football. The other one has a Europa League football. So making the decision was not easy. I then took a look at the AC Milan side. I took a look at the amount of money they had. They had about £90 million to spend in total, including a really stacked team. And at this point, I realised, well, I like the challenge. You know, I like to have to go somewhere and put my unique spin on it and try my hardest at managing. So it just didn't feel right to go to AC Milan, guys. And so the decision has been made. Taking everything into account, looking at both sides, I decided that it was time to move on to the next chapter of this career mode. So, ladies and gentlemen, with all that taken into account, we saw the AC Milan team. We know how good that is. We could walk in there and instantly make an impact and potentially even challenge for the Calcio A title. But I feel that I deserve the opportunity to showcase that actually I don't need to walk into a good side. I could walk into an Inter Milan team that's very aging, that's finished 5th last season, that's without Champions League football, and drag them back up this division into one of the powerhouses in Italy. So, both Milan clubs came calling. We knew we'd be playing football at the San Siro this season. The question was, who did we go to? I was going to decide based purely upon who had the better team. Whoever didn't, I was going to go there because I like the challenge, especially when you consider how important it is to me to keep it fun and to keep it challenging. So, Inter Milan are the side that we have picked to go to, ladies and gentlemen, and they are the side that we will be playing football with and trying out our managerial credentials for the future. I appreciate there would have been people who wanted us to go to AC Milan, but instead it will be Inter. We went there after Leeds United in FIFA 17. We're going back to the San Siro for the 2nd time in 3 years. I'm excited. Honestly, it's a challenge. Wait till you see this team. I took a very quick look at it to make my decision and then decide on what we were going to do. And let's just say this right now. This will not be easy. The first thing I want to show you is the board expectations, because this will be underlined once you guys see the team and everything else. So, in terms of what the board want, they want us to win the UEFA Europa League. They want us to win the Serie A title. And they want us to win the Coppa Nazionale as well. When you consider they want us to do the treble in our first season at the club, that is ridiculous. Critical domestic success, high continental success. We've left Brighton with a stacked team, and before I came here to Inter and accepted this job, their budget for this upcoming season was £180 million. 180. Well, we ain't got 180 million quid at Inter. We've got ourselves 37 million pounds. But I'm going to move it so we get over to 40. So 40 million pounds transfer budget. Welcome to our new home for this career mode, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, I'm excited. Let's get into the brink of the episode today. Now we're here, everything's done. We've got ourselves a Super Coppa Nazionale final to play in the next few sort of weeks or so. Juve are the opponents for that one. We'll see what happens in that game. I mean, I'm not expecting too much straight away. Like I said, it's going to be a challenge. So we've got about a month or so to prepare for that. No preseason tour because I actually rejected it. In fact, I'm not sure I rejected it when I came here. I rejected it at Brighton, and then I don't think it carried over. So, yeah. So, you can see, we've got Juve first. Napoli to kickstart the Serie A season off, with Milan in there as well, the 2nd game. So, 2 really tough games already at the beginning of the season. We've then got Juve in November. We've got, as we continue forward, Roma coming up in January, and a few other tough games as well. And then we're back round to AC and Napoli again. So, we face these 2 teams within the space of 2 games in both times this season. So that's going to be quite tough. Right then, let's get into it. I mean, I'm not really looking at this too badly. I just think to myself, I'd take a top 4. We need to just accept Champions League in this first season. As much as the board might not accept that, this side is not good enough to win the treble. It really isn't. Let's begin with the goalkeepers. So as you can see, we've got 4 goalkeepers at the club. And the best one, by a country mile, is Samir Handanovic. However, he's declining. He's 81 rated. We need to improve on that. I mean, in terms of value as well, he's not actually worth that much. Actually, he's worth 7 mil. I'm going to transfer list nearly all of these goalkeepers just because I don't think we're going to need them. Now, I might keep hold of Handanovic because I know, of course, he is a very, very valued player at Inter. So, again, we might think about keeping hold of him. But for now, not too worried. We move into the right backs, boys and girls. And our highest rated right back at this stage is 63 rated Miguel Lynch Sanchez. Yep. And Bandini, was the man who was playing the entire time last season for Inter. Not a clue what's happened here, but get on the transfer list. I'm considering keeping Lynch Sanchez and maybe training him up because he could actually play a part, potentially. But for the most part, we need to improve on him. We can't afford to keep him here and expect something from him. So that is the right back spot. So immediately, we need a goalkeeper, we need a right back. Easily. 100% need both of those already. That is one thing that I've looked at. Moving into the centre-backs, we've got Bastoni, not even sure how you say that, and not even sure how you say that, Stefan de Vrij, Harry Maguire, Miranda. So in terms of the centre-backs, I think we're okay. You know, we've got 2 very good ones in de Vrij and Maguire. We could get some young players to actually, you know, be squad rotation players, if you will. What's Bastoni saying in terms of, right, he doesn't have showing great potential, so I'm transfer listing him. If he had the showing great potential, I wouldn't have got rid of him, but because he doesn't, I'm not interested in keeping. Miranda, the same as well. And I know a lot of you guys might get frustrated because I'm going through and transfer listing nearly all the players here, but the simple fact is, I need to change this side to be a winning side. And the only way I'm going to do that is to get rid of the aging players. Left backs were okay. Rullison and Beresha were both okay for these. They are 2 very solid left backs, and both will play a part this season, so I'm not too worried about that position. CDM, Thomas Partey. I love this guy. I think he's a solid player to have. He's one of the better players in this team, all well-rounded, and does very well in that CDM role. Also, one of the highest value players, too, in the side, but he's on the most in terms of contracts, so bit ridiculous on that regard. Rafinha up next, very good winger. I used him in Football Manager for quite a bit, can play on either side, and will play quite a substantial part this season. Candreva, he was a top scorer for Inter last season in the league. I showed you it, and he, again, is not part of my plans, so transfer listed instantly. These 2 here, we're going to get rid of Belloni. He's got a release clause. Somebody activate it. Don't care who that is. We've got Luri Medioros. Now, for the money he's on, for the position he plays, I don't want to keep him. So, transfer list as well. Christian Portu, I'm going to keep hold of. I think he'll be a good squad player to have, and ultimately might play quite a part this season. Nainggolan, we know about this guy. He came here from Roma. He used to be a beast, but at the age of 33, he's declining quite substantially. So, although I was looking at this potentially to keep him, I'm not sure we can afford to do so. You know, we've got to run this club now as if we are a brand new team, getting rid of the dead weight, you know. I can't afford to keep older players that just are going to decline and are going to get less and less. And so I need to be running this as if it's my squad, new team. Ramsey, surprised to see him here. I wasn't sure what on earth he was doing here, but he is here. He's on a lot of money. He's another one that I'm kind of considering maybe do I get rid of, do I keep hold? I'm not sure at this current time, so I'm going to leave it for the most part. Maybe see what you guys say first. We've got Emmers, not a great centre midfielder, so transfer list. I'm going to keep hold of this guy. He might be okay for a squad rotation player. This guy's going to go, unfortunately. At 25, being only 68 rated is not good enough. We've got Vincent Cosiello as well. He's a beast in this game, so hopefully he'll be a really good player. We've got Kerem. Again, I'm not sure what formation I'm going to play. So these players here will have to fit in somewhere. Ozcan's going. Bakayoko's going. You can't be 63 rated and be 23 years of age and still a prospect. That's outrageous. Akolo, very quick, very pacey winger. Could be quite good. Later on in the game, maybe. Some point of that one. The standout player, though, is this young man. Lautaro Martinez. 23 years old. A bit of a beast. I've never actually used him in FIFA in a career mode before. But he's a bit of a beast by all accounts. So he's going to be the standout player for us, I think. He wasn't the top scorer. But certainly, He's very much going to stay at the club. Kalido doesn't look too bad, actually, for a 21-year-old. But at the same time, he's not going to beat Lautaro Martinez to the plate. So, let's transfer list him. Now, moving forward, what else are we going to get rid of? Who else? I'm going to keep hold of Komar. I don't know. Might grow nicely. He's only 18. We'll see. Pinamonte. Sorry, mate. But you're going. Shalov. He's got flair trait. He's not the slowest. Let's keep hold of him. Let's get rid of Ray Minaj. So Shalov's going to stay. So boys and girls, out of all of the players that we have at the club, we have gone ahead and transfer listed nearly every single player at the club, which is a little bit ridiculous. Let's take a quick look at that. Transfers hub. I mean, look at this. Transfer listed players. There is so many transfer listed players. We're obviously not going to get offers for all of them. But what we're going to do is I might use some of them as make weights for deals. You know, people that I want to bring in who's actually going to play a part, and then use those guys to essentially not have to pay as much. So goalkeeper first team quality, that's a fine scout report. I'm going to get a right back one going because I need a new right back too. So that's that. We're also going to get a youngster search going on because at this current time, I think that's probably the best bet is trying to get youngsters in who are good enough to play in the first team. And I think that's all we're going to do for the most part. We don't need a striker. We're okay for that regard. It's mostly a right-back goalkeeper and maybe another centre-back or maybe another, maybe at a push, winger. But I'm not sure. I think we're okay for wingers. But one thing I want to do is search for free agents. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, now there's one player in particular that I know is definitely available, and that is because he didn't sign a new contract when we left at Brighton. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Noah Gordson. 83 rated. He didn't sign that new deal at Brighton, which means he is available to us. I'm probably going to bring him over because, you know, he's free and we might be able to use him. In fact, I don't know why I'm saying we might. We definitely will be able to use him 100%. So I knew for a fact that that was going to happen, that he was going to be available, which is basically the reason why I didn't actually sign him to a new deal. I just was kind of thinking about myself and just thinking, may as well not give him a new contract because we're going to need to use him. And I don't want to have to pay money, especially when he's worth what he is. Toby Alexander, 69 rated CDM. We let him go from Brighton because he wasn't good enough to play there. I don't think he's going to be good enough to play here. So, going to bypass that one. Another one of the Brighton boys as well that didn't sign a new contract was Christophe Dumfresne. Now, he's okay in terms of crossing and everything. And with the right training, would actually be pretty good. So, I'm kind of considering it maybe. We're going to go ahead and shortlist him. We'll see. Moving forward. Davy Proper as well. Another one. I mean, I'm not going to get every single free agent that's here from Brighton because that would just be silly. But there's a lot of good ones that are available. I think for the most part, though, that is it. Jordan Turner, also available. Another one. Again, shortlist. Even if I can't keep hold of these, we'll use them as deals. That is the other side to this. But now into defenders, and I'm more just looking at this to like try and get some players in that might be able to be good in the future. Shane Duffy at centre-back wouldn't be a bad shout for a backup player, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and shortlist. I don't think we'll actually side every single player that I've got here, but they might come in handy. Wait, Retsos as well. Wait, there's so many that I didn't actually sign at Brighton, which they didn't actually re-sign. I'm confused as to why, though. But that is that bit done, okay? So I'm actually going to make one siding of those guys. I'm not going to sign them all, like I said. I'm going to leave it up to you. So the goalkeepers, there's none in there. So in terms of free agents, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one that I definitely want, and that man is Noah Gordson. So here are the free agents list that we currently have got ourselves. I'm not going to get this guy, so we'll get rid of him. So as you can see, we could bring in Retsos. He could be quite good for this league as a backup. But at most part, my first port of call is to bring in Noah Gordson. So we're going to approach to sign him. We let him go at Brighton. I thought they would re-sign him, but they didn't. And so now we have the opportunity to bring him here for pretty much free. I'm going to say important. I don't think crucial would be the right to give him. And I don't want to have him on 75k a week. So I'm going to offer him 70. I'm going to offer him a 4-year contract too. So we're going to give him 70 grand a week. See if he accepts that. Submit that offer. And he's happy with it. There we go. So Noah Gordson is our first siding at this club. He comes in and immediately upgrades the team. That's what I'm talking about. Rafinha's going to play on the left, I think. Or maybe I'll put actually Rafinha on the right. And we'll put Gordson on the left. Where is Noah Gordson? There he is, boys and girls. Look at that. Already an upgrade to the team. It's already looking a little bit better than it did in the past one. So, there we go. Got an offer for transfer offer for Wissam Ben Yedder. I wasn't going to let him go, but if we get the right amount of money for him from Stuttgart, then I would consider it. Because he's very much going to play second fiddle to Lautaro Martinez. So there's no point really keeping hold of somebody that's not going to play, especially if we can get a good deal in place for him. So 22.5 is my counter offer to them. And they're willing to give us 20.4. That's a good counter. Tell you what, if you give us 22 dead on, you can take him away. And that way we get an extra bit of money in to spend. Yeah, there you go. 22 million quid. Now he needs to negotiate terms with them. If he does that, Wissam Ben Yedder leaves for Stuttgart. We get 22 million quid for it. And he wasn't really going to play. So, yeah, not too bad. Okay, Ben Yedder has now gone to Stuttgart. So we get £18.5 million back for that deal. Komar is wanted by Sheffield United on loan. I'm going to let him go on loan too. Because, again, he's not good enough to play. But that's a nice added extra funds to the transfer budget. And now the first port of call that I think we need to do is go and find ourselves a new right back. So, looking at this list of people that's come through, I'm going to just try and scout a couple and see what I like the look of. I don't want to be paying over the top for a right back, but I don't also want to be paying stupid wages too. So we need to consider that. Alright, so with the extra funds we've gained, part of the Ben Yedder sale, then I think we have enough to make the move for this man. One of the main players at our Brighton side, we have to try and bring him back. He's got 12 months left on his deal at the Amex, which means we might be able to get him cheaper than I'm maybe thinking we were originally going to get him for. He's worth 38.5 million though, so we need to offer a nice amount here. So I'm going to say 40. I have no idea who's in charge at Brighton anymore now, so it could quite easily be that it's just someone random. 50 is what they want though, so I'm going to propose this. I'm going to go and say 43.5, and that leaves us £11 million left. I don't want to pay 50. That's a fair offer. Chris Hughton in charge, apparently, even though that isn't Chris Hughton. So, that was the name that pops up on the bottom, though. Now then, Frank Brown would immediately improve this side. We'd have a solid goalkeeper, and he would obviously come in as my, favourite player, seeing as how we gave him their captain's armband at Brighton for so long. He wants crucial. Very happy for that one. I'm thinking about 80 grand a week is originally what I'm going in this thinking. 5-year deal. Yes, mate. I'm happy to have you here for 5 years. No release clause. It's fine with me. What's to come now, though? What wages? 52? Hello. Accept that deal. Frank Brown becomes our first monetary signing of the window. We've brought in 2 Brighton players now. Frank Brown and Noah Gordson. And immediately, as you can see right here, I might keep hold of Andamovic and use him as backup goalkeeper. He's going to come in. And Frank Brown is our new number 1 at Inter Milan. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 6'7". I'm so glad to have him back. And he's going to play, he's just going to be massive. Absolutely massive for us here. Noah Gordson as well. Playing abundance of positions. Only the 2-star weak foot, though. That was the one thing that I was worried about at Brighton. But maybe he'll get past that and still will do really good. So, 2 signings. £11 million left. But we've still got a lot of players to leave the club. Got Gordson and Lynch Sanchez in the training right now. And Noah Gordson has just gone to 84 overall. That's 85, but I would be wrong. He's 84 rated. So that is my 2 training at the minute. But when we do sign a couple more players, I will be swapping out Gordson. It's just for the most part until we decide who we're making moves for. DeMarco gone. We've got a transfer offer for Harry Maguire as well from Manchester United. Not a hope in that. In fact, United, you know what, mate? You've got more money than that. I'll tell you what, let's have a little negotiation here. Let's say if you give us, Jose, if you give us an extra 20 million quid to 47, you can take Harry Maguire. Jose, mate, don't make me laugh. All right, I'll lower it to 45. Come on, Jose, you know you want this. You want to take Harry Maguire away. Oh, yeah, but you said a minute ago 27 was your final offer, and now you want to give us 36. Jose, you're playing me, and I don't like it. 44.5, 500k less. Over to you, Jose. So I thought, get out my face. Same goes for City, mate. You know what? You've got more money. I want more than this. I don't want to accept that. I'm not happy with a £27.8 million offer. I'll take an extra, let's say, 18 million quid, though, Pep, if you want to throw it my way. Let's say 44. 44 is what I'll accept, Pep. That's over to you, mate. Final offer, Jose said the same. So, again, Pep, I'm the one with control here. 42.5, Pep. Take him off my hands. You can have him. 42.5. See, same thing. You said it was the last offer a minute ago, and now you're willing to continue that. So 40 is my final offer, and that is all I am willing to take. There we go. Submit offer, and that is that. Thought so. Ramsey's wanted by Napoli too. I'm going to negotiate this as well because I'm not that set in keeping Aaron Ramsey, and I've got a replacement eyed up in case this deal actually goes through. So again, very similar to how we were doing previously. We're in control here, so I'm going to counter this. And with it being a rival, I will accept nothing less than 30 million. So we're going to go straight in with 35. And I had a feeling they'd say that. Like I said, it's a rival. I don't want to let them go to a rival for cheaper than we should. And now Spurs want to take Aaron Ramsey too. Similarly, we're going to go in with another counter offer. This time, because it's not a rival, I'm going to start off a little bit cheaper. We're going to start off at 30. Because, like I said, it's not a direct rival, this. And although we probably will meet them in the Champions League at some stage, we're actually playing Europa League football this season, so won't have to worry about it yet. Final offer from Poch. She's saying 21 is their final, so the least I'll accept is 28. They can match that. I don't know why he's saying that's his final. 23. No, Poch, you're missing the you're missing it here. 27. That's it. The replacement I've got lined up has a release clause anyway, so. Poch, you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me. 26. That's it. 26. You can match 26. Thank you. Calido has gone to Huddersfield. We got a transfer offer for De Vrij. A massive offer too from Man City, but he's not going anywhere. He's staying at the club, so reject that. Transfer offer for Handanovic. And I know a lot of you are going to be sad to see this if it goes through, but he's 37. He's decreasing. I need the money. So I'm going to counter this and try and get at least 8.5. I know he holds a special place for Inter fans, but I need the cash, man. We've got to try and get this team back to where it belongs, and that is at the top side of this division. So we need this cash. 8.3. Come on, you can match that. You can match it. There we go. Okay, so we got an offer here still for Padelli, and Ramsey has now gone. He has left to join Spurs back in the Premier League. So we're going to accept that deal. Got a few other offers potentially going through in the near future too. But now that Ramsey's gone, it's time to sign the replacement that I had lined up in that centre midfield role. We've got £49 million now as well. So let's take a look at that replacement. And he goes by the name of... There he is, Nicolo Barella. He's an Italian, 3-star, 5'8". Playing already in the Serie A. Who's he play for? Is it Cagliari. Cagliari. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get used to this. So, his release clause is set at £24 million. He's a better player than Ramsey was. And already he's worth less. He's worth more than his release clause is set at. So, we're going to go ahead and skip the club negotiations and make him another signing here at Inter. He's proven Serie A talent. I had to scout him. I found him. And I've decided that he will be the replacement for Aaron Ramsey. So, provided the contract is good here, I'll be happy to have him here. You know what I'm saying? It's nice because we're keeping it in and we're going for players that are already playing in Serie A, especially when you consider Cagliari as well, not a top side in Serie A. So it's kind of cool to see that we are still using the players from this division. 45k, 43k, there we go. So Ramsey's replacement's in and he looks pretty good. I'll show him right now. So here he is then, boys and girls. We've put him straight into the team. Really good interceptions, really good all-round stats. Look at that. And then we move into the other side of the game. Slide tackling, stand tackling's decent. He can play a good role for us this year. And at only 24, bright future ahead. Really, really good. And the side's coming across very nicely. Like I said, we only need now. Let me move out Miranda so we have Maguire in there. And we probably... That's pretty much it. So all we need now is a right back for Bandini. And then our starting 11 looks really, really good. The only issue is the starting 11's great. This bit, not so much. You know, squad depth. They want us to win 3 trophies. That ain't going to happen. Especially when you consider just how little you've given me at the club. You know, I'm having to work across the board to make sure we actually have enough money to bring in players. Handanovic has gone, and we've got an offer as well for Ozcan. Going to accept it, because again, I don't really care. I don't think he's going to be playing that many times. If he does, then... my fault entirely, and then I have to take the blame for it. But Now we've got enough money to actually make the Alexander Arnold deal happen, but I can't do it because we're running out of time. And as you can see, we've got a game against Juve coming up. So I'm going to swap this back to about there, and that will be that for that most part. So I think we probably need to go into game. But I actually could play... I could play Thomas Partey at right back. Could do that. Yeah, let's do that because the game against Juve, we're gonna actually need to be good in. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put who's better in CDM? Ooh, Cosiello isn't that great in terms of a CDM. So should I start with Nainggolan? Yeah, let's start with Nainggolan at centre mid alongside Barella. And we're going to play this for our first game against Juve in the Cop. Is it Super Coppa Nazionale we're playing in? So that's the team that we're going to have going into this. We've still a bit of money to spend. And I think after that, I might leave the episode there and give you guys the option to give me some suggestions. And then tell you what positions I'm looking for. So I'm going to change around some numbers and such. And then we'll play against Juve. And see how it goes. First attempt then against the old lady. The champions of Serie A. And that is the side we're going with for it. We've got a strong team out there. The only problem is the bench itself isn't the strongest, as you can see. Shalov, Portu, Bandini, I'm not even keeping him on the bench. Get in there. We've got a decent cam to come on if we need to. It's not a terrible bench, but it's not exactly what I was expecting. And especially it's not anywhere near the the capability we had with Brighton. For example, Noah Goldson was starting on the bench at Brighton. Now he comes straight into the team for us here. So, anyway, Rafinha on the right, Goldson on the left, Cosiello down the middle with Martinez up front, Nainggolan and Barella as the two holding midfielders. In fact, I haven't even changed my custom tactics. I should have done this. I don't want us to be so deep. I want us to defend quite high. Width-wise, we're okay with that. We're going to say press after possession loss. Offense, I don't want to do long ball. I want us to be possession-based. I want us to have width, players in box, and corners. Free kicks, that's fine. Okay, so that is going to be the game plan, and that is what we're going to go with. Allianz is the ground for some reason. I don't know why we're playing it at Bayern, but there we go. So, first game with our new team at Inter. Hopefully it's going to be a win, but you never know. This is a really tough test. This is going to show us exactly what we're looking at this season because Juventus are the league champions, and I'm sure in terms of a side, they will probably have the best in Italy, especially when already they've got Dybala straight away. So, yeah, already better than any of my players. That is a really cool graphic as well. I've noticed more of these in this. I mean, that's really, really cool. But yeah, so we are here. Now, the first thing I'm concerned with is just trying to make sure we play okay. Making sure that the players give a performance which they can be proud of. I don't care if we win or lose this. It's just all about making sure that we give a performance for the fans to enjoy and showcase exactly what my reign is going to involve here at Inter Milan. Player debuts for Barella and Frank Brown today. Combined total of £67.5 million paid for the both of them. But obviously we did recuperate that in a lot of sales anyway from the club. Now for Frank, he knows what I'm about. He knows what I want. He knows that I am expecting things from him. Things that are going to involve him keeping us in the game. So, yeah, if you get the gist, Frank, what I'm saying is when Dybala's running through and shooting, I'm hoping you're going to make the save. And especially if it goes to penalties, play a part. But already we can see Jan Vertonghen, Wojciech Szczesny in goal for the old lady. We're looking at a few other players as well to see who you recognise in there. For the most part, I've seen Emre Can too, Douglas Costa, Paulo Dybala, Kasper Dolberg's there. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Now, Harry Maguire just looks so out of place in this Inter Milan kit. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He really does look out of place. But here is the full 11 then for Juventus. Cancelo at right back. Schiller and Gaia. That's a really good back four. Benteke, Emre Can. Really good midfield alongside Corona. Douglas Costa, Paulo Dybala and Kasper Dolberg. On the bench, I saw Bonucci. I saw Modric. Man, they've got a decent bench. That is their lineup, ladies and gentlemen, for this game then. So, yeah, like I said, really, really tough. For us, we're going to line up like this then. Frank Brown in goal, Thomas Partey, Stefan de Vrij, Harry Maguire and Rullicin as the defence. Barella, Nainggolan as the two holding midfielders. Rafinha, Noah Goldson as the two wingers. Cosiello just in behind. Lautaro Martinez. Exactly the same formation for both lineups here tonight. So, without further ado, our reign at Inter Milan is underway. And it begins with a Super Coppa Nazionale final up against the league champions in Juventus. Douglas Costa up against Partey, and We deal with the danger initially, and we've actually managed to play our way out. Very good. Very, very good indeed. Nainggolan trying to drive us forward now. Radja. Ball through to Gordson. Look at the space that Noah Gordson's getting against Cancelo. Gordson inside. Noah Gordson. Oh, what a save, Wojciech Szczesny. I thought that was it. I was looking to square it to Martinez. I couldn't get the ball through. And so it was a shot from Gordson. Oh, what a big save from Szczesny. I tried to go near post as well. I didn't think he'd read it. And that is a big, big save from Juve's number 1. Rafinha's still over the corner now. I'm not really sure where to put this, so I'm just going to try and lift it into the air. De Vries, free header, has to score. Oh, we are wasting chances. Oh, De Vries, that was a big opportunity, man. Free header in the box, you'd expect him to score. Now Barella, enjoying an okay debut so far. Rafinha towards Rilison. Oh, it's just poor. It's just poor. I had to give him it back. I don't know how I messed that up. Juve are tearing me apart now, and Jesus Corona's going to score. They tore me open there. I really couldn't get near them. And they've taken their opportunity as soon as it came. Jesus Corona's the man to put them in front. But again, you have to ask questions how we haven't scored at the near post. And yet, you know, Frank Brown's beating at his near post. Oh, I can't believe it, man. It shouldn't be going in. 1-0 down to Juve, and they tore me apart. I literally couldn't get near them. So we're going to have to fight our way back into this game. Admittedly, we've enjoyed a better start than I was maybe thinking we were going to get. Barella looking now to Rafinha. Cutting back on the left foot. Not really sure what happened there. Rafinha's delivery this time. And again, it's cleared away, and we can't get on the loose ball. Rafinha. Martinez flicks it on. Gordson inside to Radja Nainggolan. Nainggolan's shot. Nainggolan's finish. Just when you need a big player to step up, it's the experience of Radja Nainggolan that puts us back in the game. Lautaro Martinez flick on towards Gordson, laid it inside. And at this point, it was all about Radja. And that was to put the ball in the back of the net. Offside, Cosiello doesn't touch the ball. And it comes off the post and ends up falling into the back of the net. Juventus 1, Inter 1. We're back in the game. And it's a big goal, that one. Here he goes again, Noah Gordson. Brilliant little 1-2. Gordson is tearing apart Cancelo on this side right now. Gordson inside to Cosiello. Cosiello! Oh, it's in! 2-1 into Milan. And just like that, we changed the game. Cosiello's finish. Noah Gordson assisting again. And we are in front for the first time tonight. Really, really good move, that. Nainggolan playing in the ball through. And, yeah, man, what a finish off the woodwork again. Get in there. That's what I like to see. It's been difficult, this game, actually. And I'm expecting this because, you know, Juve are the best side in Italy currently. So it's not going to be an easy game by any means. But to be 2-1 up after falling 1-0 down shows great credit to the mental state of this side. Half-time whistle goes. The score 2-1 inside the Allianz. And for Inter Milan, it's the fight back. But Juve really only created one chance, and they took their chance. That's the difference between the top sides and the weaker ones. There you go, exactly confirmation of that. Just the one shot for Juve, who have actually scored it. And I mean, possession-wise, they've had more of the ball than us as well. So it's all about just trying to create it when we have it. Now, the substitutions, it's going to take me a while to know who I should and shouldn't bring on and who I should bring off, you know. Because it's difficult to know exactly when you go into a new team what sort of substitutions you should fall back with. So for now, I'm going to leave it exactly the same for the second half. And if I need to make changes, will do. Ooh, that was dangerous. But Frank Brown got it away, and we've outplayed them here. Barella now taking us forward to Cosiello. Cosiello's got Gordson making a run if he can find his feet. Noah Gordson gets it under control. Still Gordson, he's got to go left-footed. He's not left-footed by trade, though. And so the shot wasn't really there. Oh, Gordson's delivery. Free header. It's 3-1. We've taken a third goal. Christian Porchu with it. And Juventus, where were they defensively there? Oh, dearie, dearie me. Juve had a shocker at the back. We got through. Noah Gordson's initial shot well blocked, but then at this point, nobody picks up the run of Christian Porchu, who's completely free at the back post. And Wojciech Szczesny doesn't get anything near it. And it's 3-1 Inter. Yes! If we can hold on to this, this will be a big win to kickstart our managerial campaign off here at the San Siro. Seriously. Maguire comfortably winning that. Christian Porchu again. Looking inside now towards Barella. Barella towards Lautaro Martinez. Porchu's making another run if we can find him. We can do. Christian Porchu on this loose ball. Porchu's effort saved again by Wojciech Szczesny. We look the more likely to grab another one in this game, honestly. Juve not really performing here, but it is only the first game of the season. You know, they might just have a little bit of tiredness from last year having won the title. So it could be that, or it could just be that we are outperforming them. Rillison going to keep this in play. Also, the signings we've made, I feel like we've done a good job. You know, Frank Brown, we know he's proven talent. We know about Noah Gordon, but especially today, our new centre midfielder is Christian Portu looking for a delivery. Vertonghen comes across and blocks it. And it's this man, Barella. This is the guy. I didn't even know about him until we found him there. But what a steal he looks like he could be. Barella, oh, what a back heel. Portu across towards Gordson's feet. Won by Juve. Portu back in towards Barella, and he's deserved that. What a finish from our new number 8. What a goal. He's deserved that today. He's been brilliant, Barella, since he's joined us from Cagliari. What a steal this kid has been. 24 years of age now. I mean, when we started 3 years ago, he would have been 21, but Juve torn apart here at the Allianz. Look at this for a finish, ladies and gentlemen. Header won by Portu. And all of a sudden, we were just in the box. And a fantastic finish from Barella. We just wanted more today. And you can see the players are really playing for us too. Juve disappointing. That's all I'm going to say about it. I expected a difficult challenge. They took the lead, but we've torn them apart since. I mean, it is what it is, right? But don't get ahead of yourselves. It's a long season. And remember what the board said. They want us to do the treble. And the thing is, that just isn't going to happen, especially with the side we've got. You know, we need more squad depth if we had to do a treble. There's Portu trying to find Martinez. And one back by Luka Modric. But there's 5 minutes to go. We're not going to concede 4 goals now. Corona, uh-oh, ball through. No. Out comes Frank Brown. Saves it. And up goes Rulison, who gets it away. And there is the first save in a Juve kit for Frank as he comes out to make sure Juve do not get a second. Did I say Juve kit? I meant Inter kit. To make sure that Juve do not get another goal in the game. But they still might here. Ball's put in. Frank Brown again. Why are you... I don't know why he's doing that. Frank, you're letting me down a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Godson's delivery. Up we go with Harry Maguire. That should be it, though. Anytime now, ref. There is the full-time whistle. And Inter Milan take down Juventus in our first game as manager here at Inter. That's a big win. Sends a statement. 4-1 from 1-0 down to scoring 4 goals. And the pick of the bunch was definitely Barella's strike. That was some finish from our new number 8. And De Vrij is going to get the opportunity to hoist up the Supercoppa Nazionale in our first game in charge. I think this might be a very, very interesting season for us. We've had a new star come through. I mean, I bet he's actually known by you guys. It's just I didn't know about him before this. Barella. It'd be interesting to see how he performs this season. But there is the first win of some silverware in an Inter Milan kit. I'm sure it will not be the last. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of today's episode. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. We absolutely battered them there. I mean, I have no idea how we tore them apart that badly, considering, again, it is ultimate difficulty, like I've said in the past, you know. You can have some unbelievably difficult games, or you can have the game that's just so simple. And, yeah, so I'm going to show you as well, just to prove, just so you guys know. There you go. So I'm going to leave the episode there. It's entirely up to you from now on who we try and sign, as a release clause being paid for Belloni, finally, whatever. Got a lot of people leaving too. Bakayoko is going to be going, hopefully. Now, I do want a right back. So if you have any suggestions for right backs, that would be fantastic. If you want me to sign players, leave me a suggestion down below of who you want to see join us. But do bear in mind, guys, that at the same time, I'm not sure if I'll be able to afford all the players that you guys might suggest. Because, like I said, there is a lot. And it's a bit difficult with the money we've currently got here. So we'll see. But over to you guys now. I'll let you guys make the decision. Until next time, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for your continued support as well on the channel. I really appreciate it. And all of you are fantastic for all the support you guys give me. If you are new around here and like what you see, the subscribe button is down below. Click that and follow me on the channel. And I'm hoping to be streaming later on tonight on Twitch. So if you can tune in, then make sure you do. That will be after my player video goes live at 6 PM. So make sure you stay tuned. Until then, though, guys, catch you all later. Adios.